Happy Devil's Monday. This is the Woo Report, episode 64, titled Yegor Sharangovich, Bright Future as a Devil. I'm your host, Sam Woo, streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Happy Devil's Monday to everybody, to you, Mike Rossi, to Rocco. Devils have won the last 3 out of the last 4 games, 2 against Pittsburgh, 1 against Buffalo, going into the Wells Fargo Center down in Philadelphia tomorrow night against the Philadelphia Flyers. I'll be there at Chickies and Pete's restaurants doing Woo Report, maybe pregame, postgame. We'll have all that jazz for you. So today's topic, Sharangovich, just watching him play really has been a pleasure. He is an endless ball of energy on the ice. The Sharangovich, Kokkonen, Zajac line has been on fire. Last Saturday, not so much, but yesterday, although he didn't really show up on the score sheet, Sharangovich, man, was he just putting the puck on net. He was flying. He was buzzing. He was using his speed, his tenacity, his effort, his skill. No wonder why Lindy Ruff liked this kid right out of training camp. Now, Scotty has admitted, Scotty from SiriusXM Liquid Metal on the Sunday podcast and also on our post-game podcast, admitted, hey, he's not that bad. He's pretty good. And I think his future is bright. It's indicative of what the New Jersey Devils are in terms of their brand of hockey. For years, we've been known as the trapping team. Defensively, sound, excellence in goaltending. But I think what you're seeing in Sharangovich and what Lindy Ruff is seeing is a tireless worker. A player that is relentless. As soon as Sharangovich stops moving his legs, I don't think we're going to be talking about him too often. So his legs are going to have to feed him. The legs feed the wolves is what Kurt Russell said in that movie Miracle, portraying as Herb Brooks. I think he has 6 goals and 4 assists, Sharangovich. I think he's one of those type of players that if everybody put in the same type of effort and tenacity and speed, the Devils are in good shape. I'll tell you what, a lot of these young kids that never say die attitude, they're improving. And last night, I'll tell you what, that 3-on-3 in the overtime with Zaka, Bratt, Ty Smith, just cycling around, just making that effort, the passing. But notice, when you go straight to the net, hard to the net, good things happen. And they worked it around the perimeter. They worked it, and eventually they went down the middle. And then the wraparound by Jesper Bratt, goal, game over, Devils win in OT. And I think Sharangovich really, again, I think, where did we get him in the later rounds? But I'll tell you what, these are the type of players that fill a roster. I consider Sharangovich right now, early on in his career, he could be one of those core players in the lineup that you need He's playing on the first line right now. I mean, that's how much Lindy Ruff and Mark Recchi and the rest of the coaching staff value Sharangovich, Kokkonen, who they got for Sammy Vatanen rental. That was a great trade to extract him as well. And the veteran, Travis Zajac, that's the hottest line right now. And they are relentless. Dan Hicks writes on the Facebook Live, Sharangovich has a good shot, as well as tenacity on the puck. Speed is one of the bright spots of this season. Absolutely, Dan. Matter of fact, what I was impressed with him was, after Saturday's dud against the Pittsburgh Penguins, what I was very impressed was Sharangovich just didn't care, and he just kept on putting the puck on the net, testing the goaltender, Jarry, who had to make a lot of saves, by the way. Had to make a lot of saves. And he's a great player. Whistler in the YouTube Live writes, Shaggy number 17, LGD. I like that Ruff doesn't shelter these rookies, puts them right out in the thick of it. Absolutely. Whistler, you're absolutely correct. I think Lindy Ruff right now is pressing the right buttons. I think the beginning of the season, they started off well. Then you had the 16-day layoff, COVID issues. First 2 games was not bad, but you know what? I think all is forgiven right now. I think that's the thing in the past. We're really seeing the potential of what the New Jersey Devils are. The last few games, their penalty killing has been stellar. Their power play needs work, but that's an ongoing process. But they fixed the most important need recently, and that was the penalty kill. Playing good, solid defense. Yeah, so I think Sharangovich has a bright future with the New Jersey Devils as long as he continues his relentless pursuit of the puck. He keeps those legs moving, and he just keeps driving to the net. What a surprise this kid has been. Kokkonen as well. How about Kokkonen and Vatanen? The two Finns combining forces on that first goal last night or yesterday afternoon in Pittsburgh against the Penguins. A lot of European influence on this team. It's looking good. It's looking real good. Should be interesting tomorrow against the Philadelphia Flyers. The Devils can continue their road trip warrior status. They seem to play better on the road. Matt Freudenberger, 3-1-1 in the last 5 games. We have been playing well. Should be 4-1, but the refs like to screw us. Yes, it's not that particular thing you're talking about, the PK Subban, which I'm still not over. That was the Situation Room in Toronto with that lame call where, again, in fairness, we were only able to see the MSG feed, but how conclusive was that to overturn it when you barely even know if the skate was really not at the blue line? But that's another story for another day. Don't want to ruin this wonderful podcast about Yegor Sharangovich and his bright future with the New Jersey Devils. So, but Ryan Mann writes, it's exciting to see growth. We still need a top pick this year, a few years of growth. Look, Ryan Mann, let me tell you something. I still think the Devils, even if they go on a 6-game winning streak, which I think could be possible, and I know I got a lot of crap about that last night on the podcast, on postgame and the Let's Go Devils podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Sunday edition, that if you beat Philly, which they have been having much trouble, you go play the Capitals. Now that you've shored up the penalty kill and you can possibly negate Alexander Ovechkin and TJ Oshie and negate them, you may have a chance of beating Washington. They've given us a lot of trouble, but they played us at the worst times when the Devils were struggling. So you never know. But regardless, I think the Devils should be sellers. I think they should be sellers regardless. Why? There's still a lot of holes to be filled, but it's good that the young kids are developing. Hey, how about those Binghamton Devils? They're pretty exciting. Wow. How many saves did Cormier have last night? What, 48? How about Clark? He's looking pretty good. Kevin Ball's looking pretty good. Nolan Foote's looking pretty good. How sweet was that goal? Nolan Foote's goal when Jesper Boquist was driving hard to the net. See, that's the key word. The key words is driving hard to the net. Ryan, man, woo, you're dreaming, sell hard. Hey, you know what? I'm not a dreamer. We've won the last 3 out of the last 4. We got screwed on a couple. This is why we play the games. And I really think the Devils are going to surprise us by next week at this time. Mark my words. I'm calling the shots right now. I'll see you tomorrow from Chickies and Pete's down in South Philadelphia, right across the street from Wells Fargo Center. Till next time, this is the Woo Report. Let's go Devils!